Hello and welcome to Good Deeds. It's brought to you by justserve.org. There are so many organizations in the Sacramento area that are making a difference in people's lives in our community every single day. Justserve.org can connect you with organizations that could use your help. Whether it's volunteering or making a donation, you can make a difference too. And justserve.org is a wonderful place to start. Today, thank you so much for joining us and thank you for the work you're doing here in the Sacramento area.
Thank you for having me, Sheryl.
Now, what type of programs do you have? I know that you serve kids throughout the Sacramento area through a variety of ways. What are some of those you can share with us?
Yeah, our mission is to inspire kids to eat their vegetables. And the way we do this is we go into Title I or low-income elementary schools, and we teach hands-on cooking and nutrition. And we are doing that in 20 elementary schools in both South Sac and North Sacramento.
You know, it's amazing. They learn more all the time about the connection between nutrition and diet and health issues. And the earlier you can get kids started eating the right way, they're going to live a longer, healthier life. So it's such important foundational work that you're doing here.
Thank you. Yes, it's critical. The work of inspiring kids to eat their vegetables is critical because we have a 40% childhood obesity rate in the Sacramento area, and we know that only 4% of kids are protecting their health by eating their daily recommended veggies. And a big reason is, a lack of access, a lack of knowledge, and that's where we come in. We bring in all kinds of fun foods that are culturally relevant. So we, do things like a broccoli potato taco and a noodle soup, and we try to talk to the kids about how to swap out things in recipes they might already be familiar with and add in a little more fruits and vegetables to make them healthier. And by the end of our 10-week program, we get kids really excited and trying and tasting all kinds of new foods, and it's wonderful to watch them. And they know how to protect their health. They know how to go home and request from their families these same fruits and vegetables, and we really do see them change in the course of our program. So it's pretty exciting.
Absolutely. And you bring up a good point about how important nutrition once they go home, because, they may come from families where unhealthy eating has just been repeated generation after generation. Are there programs or things to support the family as a whole beyond the kids and what they're getting at school, but taking it to their homes and communities?
Yeah, and this is really critical because the majority of the kids that we serve are food and nutrition insecure, which means they don't have enough food at home. And those are the kids that are at highest risk for these diet-related diseases because they may have limited funding to purchase their food, and so therefore they might be buying more calorie dense but not nutritionally dense foods because for example, one of the things we do in our program is we bring in a new fruit or vegetable for kids to taste every single week, because if you imagine if you're on food stamps or a limited food budget, you aren't going to go to the grocery store and bring home 5 different fruits or vegetables for your kid to taste because they may not like one and it may go to waste. And you need all of your food dollars to be spent on food that's going to get consumed. So we take that risk on by bringing in all kinds of new fruits and vegetables. So then when a child goes home and says, I just learned how to make this in food literacy class and I discovered I love cactus and I want to make this cactus salsa, it's actually a low investment for a parent. It's not a new backpack. It's not a new pair of shoes. So it's actually a low investment to say, this time I can say yes to my child when they're asking me to buy something. So we do see our families when they go home with, the kids go home with our recipe every week. And we do see the families eagerly want to repeat that if the child has said they want to try it. But then also to encourage repeat behavior, because we've gotten them hooked on fruits and vegetables. And so when they go home, we want to make sure they keep practicing that. So we do things like sending home recipe kits. So if our kids have made a broccoli potato taco, then their families, when they pick up their child, can also pick up the similar recipe kit, and then they can make it as a family again together. And we actually get a lot of feedback from our families, from our parents and grandparents saying, oh, we just love those recipes. So it's a real treat when we see that be a success.
Well, it sounds like very fun work that you're doing and very rewarding work that you're doing. How can we, as the community, get involved and help support what you're doing?
Oh, thank you. We need so much support. The need for our program is just skyrocketing. We cannot keep up with demand. So we provide our program at no cost. So everything we do is based on donations. When we raise more money, we go into more schools. This year we doubled the number of schools we're serving. So any donations so that we can keep going into the more schools. And we could double again and still not meet all of the need that's out there. So donations really help us to grow and expand. We also need a lot of volunteer support. We take a lot of adults into every classroom with us. You can imagine a lot of little tiny fingers grating carrots and using knives to chop. So we need a lot of adults just so that the experience is more hands-on, and you really do get to go in and actually work with our kids. So we need volunteers, we need donations, and we would love to have everybody support at foodliteracycenter.org.
And we've got the website up on the screen. If folks want to visit, find out more information, volunteer, contact you guys for anything at all, it's right there. And I would like to encourage folks to do that because, like I mentioned, this is laying the groundwork for healthy kids that turn into healthy adults that then have healthy kids. This makes our community as a whole healthier for generations to come.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thank you once again for being on Good Deeds, and thank you for the work you're doing.
Thank you for having me, and enjoy those vegetables, everyone.